Hello, family. I have a special guest, and in this video, we're going to be discussing interfaith marriage. We also delved into is it okay to have sex after marriage? And then my guest has to spill this how iPhone 12 Pro reveals every woman's secret. This is just part 1. In part 2 of the video and part 3, we have a lot more to talk about. So stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe, make a comment below.
Okay, all right. I know in one of your topics, or one of the topics we talked about here, you talked about Muslim, Christian stuff, and that brings me to interfaith marriage. You don't believe in it, yeah?
No.
Okay, what's your reason? So you believe that a Muslim cannot marry a Christian?
I don't believe, it's not like they cannot, because me, I'm a believer in human rights, so I believe everybody has the right to do what they want to do with their own life.
Yeah.
And if you can make that kind of situation work for you, then all well and good. But as a Christian, I am biased because the Bible has said that you should not be unevenly yoked. And I don't want to be with somebody who will water down my Christian values. And I think it's only inevitable if you're building a life with somebody that some of them will rub off on you and some of you will rub off on them. So it's just my own choice, but that doesn't mean that that's what everybody has to do. I just know that I want to raise Christian children. I want my house to be a Christian household. So that's just why I'm being intentional about making that decision.
What do you have to say to you? Because why I'm bringing up this topic, I get a lot of emails. It's not everything I talk about, but I ponder on it though. There's a lady, she was 26. She's a Muslim, and the guy she wants to get married to is a Christian. So she kept on telling the parents, this person, they don't allow this girl to get married. And unfortunately, she's been meeting, I think she stays in the north. She's been meeting, she stays in the south. So she's meeting Christians, and she's a Muslim. She came from all the way from the north. So she's meeting Christians. Unfortunately, Christians have been, unfortunately on her own path, Christians have been coming to her, I want to get married to you. So until she was 32, Christians, and then she now told the parents that she cannot cope anymore. At the end of the day, the parents finally, after many years of starting the girl from dating a Muslim or marrying a Muslim, finally marrying a Christian, now they agreed for her as a Muslim to marry a Christian. So what do you have to say that how many years from being 26 to 32? That's some years. Is it 4 or 5 years? So what do you have to say? What do you have to say really? Are you going to blame the parents, or who are you going to blame? Whose fault is it?
You can't blame anybody really. She's an adult, so she made a decision for her life, and obviously everybody wants to get married with the support of their family. So you can understand why she would have been caught in that limbo for some years, but there's nobody to blame. At the end of the day,
for me, is the woman that has all the say when it comes to wedding. Allow the woman to do the wedding in her church wedding, and then allow her to be Christian. Let her fellowship her own Christian. You do your own Muslim. But where the problem lies now is the children. At the end of the day, hold on.
So you're saying the same thing?
No, I'm not saying the same thing, because at the end of the day, the child might grow up being a Christian. For example, the father was a Muslim, the mother was a Christian. The father was a Christian. Then the mother a Muslim. But at the end of the day, he became a Christian. I know of a family.
He followed his father's faith.
Yeah, but some people followed their mother's faith. I know of another family that followed is a Christian, but the mother is a Christian, the father is a Muslim. Do you understand? So my point is, where your happiness lies is that you are the individual understanding each other, knowing fully well that I do not allow me to change my Christian faith, or not allow me to change my Muslim faith. At the end of the day, the kids might end up being what you want. Maybe as a woman, you're a Christian, might end up being a Christian. You'll secretly be praying, don't let the child be a Christian. At the end of the day, God will just listen to you. Mine is, don't deprive people of their happiness, don't deprive people of their joy. Go for what really makes you happy. And I think this Christian Muslim thing is dividing a lot of things, to be honest. There's some Christians you will see, they're terrible. There's some Muslims you see they're terrible, but there's the Muslims you see they're so nice and they believe. You'll be wondering, are these really Muslims? There's some Christians you see they're so nice. They said, I've heard so much about bad things about. So I think about individual, what you carry. You know, for me as a Christian, is winning souls. Every other thing is general. That is why I see that. And I think I started this belief started 2 years ago, to be honest, because I saw a lot of people going, they were in pain, all in the name of my father wants me to do this, my father. But like you said, it's about the individual, whatever you want. But my own is, parents, please, it's about time. Oh, people will start letting people be, you know, because when they get married, she is the two of them that will be in the marriage. Is the man or the, you know, we've gone to that in Nigeria now, we've gone to that stage where parents don't really get so much involved, or do they? Do they get so much involved like those days?
I'm not married, so I can't speak on that.
Well, my siblings are, I know, because in my family, they're only just for you to be happy and make sure that you don't get into trouble. So what is best for you, you go ahead and do it. That's what, you know, we don't interfere. My parents don't interfere. They don't too much in your business. Do you understand? Because you are an adult now. You have your own home. So you should be able to manage whatever you're having there. Don't come and, they're not even a child. That's the way I say. But I'm not saying by any means to go and start dating, disobey your parents and go and start dating whoever you want to date. Mine is just, parents should just try and understand, and most importantly, go on your knees. God has a way of sorting things out. Just go. God can even talk to your parents. Go and, you know, let the person, you know what I mean. So that's my own thing. But the pressure, what do you have to say to those ladies who are under pressure that, look, we have to, I cannot get married to you? Because there's a lot of people that want to really, truly want to be a virgin before they get married. But the pressure from the other side will not be like, and at the end of the day, that's to come and now have sex. So what do you have to tell them? How can they endure? How can they know, okay, let me not lose this man, or whatever it is? I want to marry this person, but I don't want to lose him. I don't want to also be disobedient to the word. I have to wait till after I get married. So what do you have to tell that lady who is crying? Because I know of the story right now. She doesn't know, she's conflicted. Should I do it or should I not do it? So what do you have to tell that lady?
I think you need to build up your own self and your own strength of mind and strength of character, because you're going to face pressure in life from any angle and from different people. It may not even be the guy that's pressuring you. It may be your friends. It may be just things you're seeing on TV and things like that. So you really need to build up your own self. And I say that because I wasn't able to do that. I'm not a virgin, and I feel like it's also because of peer pressure that I lost my virginity. I just noticed that all my friends were having sex, so I'm like, it means let me see what this sex is about now. But I regret it. I wish, like, after now having the sex, I'm like, okay, so what was the point of it? Like, I wish I had actually just stuck to my gut, because you can get to know a person and you can get to know if you can build a life with a person without sex. I feel like sex even complicates things more. It will keep you attached to somebody that may not even necessarily be right for you. You guys may have that sexual connection, but then you don't even have any other thing that, you know, it takes to make a lasting marriage or relationship work. So I think it's all about just building up yourself, your self-esteem, your self-confidence, and then that way you don't get swayed by what anybody wants you to do. And any decision you make for yourself, and you know that you won't regret it. You know, I feel like maybe sometimes if I had just made that decision for sex because I genuinely felt like I was feeling those feelings, then my whole sexual history would have been different. But my relationship with sex now is not secure. I'm always either, okay, I'm celibate today, then I'm not celibate again, then I'm abstinent, then I'm sexually empowered. Like, I'm all over the place, and I think that's because I didn't even start off the right way. I started off because of peer pressure. So I think when you build up your own self-confidence and your own, you know, self-approach to things, you're not easily swayed by people, then you would even have a better sexual experience and a better relationship generally with sex. Yeah.
Okay, I think we both have different opinion on this one. For me, if you're, I don't know, as long as an adult from maybe 20 something years and you want to get married, personally, I think you should try, and it's not for everybody. Get involved with your person. Reason being that I've heard so many things, when you get married, the man you might not be sexually compatible. So that one is worse when you get married and you can't start cheating. You can't start cheating. So personally, my own is experience so that you guys will have that sexual compatibility. Enjoy.
But do you know, I believe that you can tell your sexual compatibility without actually having sex.
Yeah, it's possible.
I believe you can. Believe you know when you have sexual chemistry with someone. But I think the issue is now when it comes to like physical impairments, like, oh, can he actually get it up, or can you get wet enough, things like that.
That's the point. That's where we're driving at.
But then
what that cannot satisfy. Like, we're talking about satisfaction. You know what I mean? And it's a big deal. Marriage, yeah. That marriage is something that part is very important, and that's why you have a lot of divorce here and there, because another one is cheating. You find out that a rich man, he has money, the woman is pretty, everything is, from outside you're like everything is going on well, but you find out that either the man is sexually deprived or the woman is sexually deprived. And apart from not testing the water before you guys got married, it's also other things leads to that. But this particular one, what they complained to me is that I didn't know that he could not do this way. I didn't know that he's so rich that he cannot even change. He's not ready to even compromise. Let's watch this thing together. No, God forbid. How can I be watching this thing? It's taboo. Is God will not allow it. God forbid. All those kind of things. So there's so much that goes on. But that will now bring to the last question. Are you a relationship expert?
No, I'm not. Not at all.
There's again like relationship experts.
Well, I know that there are people who call themselves relationship experts and gurus. They studied it because relationship, there's a science to it as well. There are psychological elements to it. So I know that people can study it. People can, figure out different theories of how to make relationships work better and all of that. But I wouldn't claim to be one. Yeah.
But don't you think when they're counseling people, right? If only one person is agreeing to what the man is saying, the expert is saying, do you think it's gonna work? It's not gonna work.
Of course not. Yeah.
So what's the advice? Because why I'm asking this because this relationship expert, they're good at what they do, but they can only say, they cannot force you or make you to do what you have to do. The question is, two people, a man and a woman, come for counseling. One person out of the two will agree. What is making that expert not to make the other person, for the two heads to work together? I'm trying to find a key to that, because so many people have complained, we've gone to the best expert, we pay so much money, at the end of the day, only one person is doing the work. I think what experts should be telling them is before they even start, after taking their money or after billing them, they should also tell them, before this thing will work, the two of you, we have to work at it. I mean, what do you think? Because they don't work at, only one person is working, giving.
Yeah.
The person will get tired now. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that it's just a general thing in life, Seth, that if you want something, you need to be intentional about it.
Yeah.
So both people must be willing and also able. You can take a horse to the water, but you can't force the horse to drink. You can give somebody medicine, you cannot force them to drink the medicine. Exactly. So the expert is there to give you the advice, but it's left for you to take the advice and apply it into your life. You guys heard her, right? It takes two good heads. Yeah. So not just only you. The two of you have to work hand in hand. You can see, I told you she's very intelligent. All these things, like she has to just bring it one after the other, and the way she's done so slowly. I've had a nice, wonderful time. But I also want to ask you, this is your iPhone. Why do you want to change it now? You even showed me here, it's clear. So why do you want to change to your? Yeah, you said something like the picture quality is really, it brings out all your flaws. Yes. I don't understand. What is the essence of having good camera now? Are you still going to change it? No, I'm not. Why you see us? See, that's why I tell you people. I didn't say I was going to change it. I said I miss my camera. Oh yeah, you miss your camera. You want to go back to my camera? Yes. Hello, what's the difference? So I will use my phone for my phone, but I will use my camera for my vlogs. Okay. Yeah. So you still prefer to use your this is iPhone 12, right? Yeah. So you prefer to use for your vlog, you prefer to use your
normal camera.
Yeah, my
because
Sony
so that
camera.
doesn't bring out all the flaws.
Yeah.
She has just given me a very good trick. So if you have iPhone 12, that is the trick. If you want it to show very well, use iPhone 12. But if you don't want it to show very well, just use your other camera. Then I want you to just, your last statement, what do you have to tell about my family? What do you have to, my family on YouTube, what do you have to say? What this interview in a nutshell, what do you have to tell them? Because I know that somebody out there is admiring you as a girl that wants to be like you, wants to follow your footsteps. So what do you have to tell the person?
Okay, so I have a slogan for my brand. My brand is called Butterfly Transform Yourself, and there are 4 principles that we apply in the Butterfly family. Aim high, that's set big goals for yourself. Don't aim low, always aim high. Be fly, that means be the best version of yourself. Be cool, be sexy, be hot, be beautiful, like be fly, everything fly. Be it. Be true, always be true, always be real, always be authentic. Don't try and be somebody else. That actually leads me to the last one. Be you, always be yourself. Never try and be anybody else. So aim high, be fly, be true, and be you.
Did you guys hear that? I know that your head is full now. What she's trying to say, in a nutshell, be the best version of you.
Yeah.
Be real. Not because Aku is talking so. If you didn't want to talk, but just pass out your own message. Be yourself. They will like it for you. People like her for who she is. So be yourself. Do you understand what I'm saying? And then don't let beauty get your head. You can see how pretty she is, and there's still something in her head. And she's an entrepreneur. She's doing a lot of things. My dear, this life today, you have to do something. If you're not doing anything, it's going to be very hard for you. No matter how pretty you are, nobody's having beauty as number one now. It's what can you offer? What can you bring to the table? So, like I keep saying on my channel, it's where we just ask about everything, talk about everything. We don't have all the answers. You can see I'm asking her questions. I'm learning as well. Be liberal-minded. Don't close up. This interview is for all of us. So please, guys, go to our channel and subscribe, and please tell them to subscribe to my channel.
I will, family. Definitely.
I find that this girl, she's made my day. She's so nice. I think you're actually beautiful inside, because the first time I spoke to you, the way you responded, I can tell that she's a very nice person. Not just her parents, but I can tell. So guys, please go to our channel and love her like just the way you love me.
Yeah.
Mwah, 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 mwah. Bye.